I forgot to hit record.
Uh,
So move of the week is up dog, down dog. And we were talking about supplementation, hydration, and being kind to yourself, resting. So when you have an injury or you have some sort of a health issue, take that day off, even if you don't get your points, because you're not going to go anywhere if you don't take that day off. So make sure that you do that. The JuvaFit challenge should have authorized you to the JuvaFit challenge should be emailing you every single week an email. So that will challenge you. So that'll be a beautiful thing also. Check-in. You are supposed to technically be checking in every single day. I'm not really enjoying talking to myself, so please respond to my questions when I ask. It makes me feel like I'm not so alone. And of course, your captain has just as many challenges as you guys are having, so it's always nice to hear from people. So please check in every day. And if you haven't checked in this week or any previous week, go back in. There's a link that I've always got pinned on the Fighting for Me Facebook page. Go back in and redo a week that maybe you missed, or maybe you forgot to hit submit, or there's a million different reasons why sometimes people are like, oh, I thought I checked in. And make sure that you've checked in every single week, but please get checked in as quickly as possible, because it helps me help you guys, and it helps me to kind of guide the conversation on the Facebook group. Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So does anybody have any challenges that they've been having this week that we need to talk about?
I haven't done any writing either, because I'm like right-handed. So I mean, so much for recording anything else. So
Well, and that's what we're here for. So do you need support with recipes? Do you need support with movement? Do you need support with how to challenge yourself? What type of support are you looking for?
well, right now I'm losing weight fast, and it's like I did it's not like, I haven't been eating, but I went to that surgery. They gave me some antibiotics, and it upset my whole system. So I had to get some more antibiotics to take care of that. So my whole system is off.
Great.
So I could eat, so I just got to stay hydrated, and I got to stay in a certain position. So sleep is hard.
Right. So staying hydrated, taking the live, which is your prebiotic and probiotic. And then also ginger and turmeric will help you immensely.
Right.
I don't know how many of those a day you take, but the turmeric I wouldn't take as much of, but the ginger I'd be generous with. I would try to take 6 or 8 a day.
Okay.
It will help your gut. Back off the turmeric, because if your stomach's upset, the turmeric could upset your stomach.
Okay.
Michelle, any challenges that you're going through?
I think last week I was, but this week I'm kind of getting back on track.
Okay.
Movement. I mean, I've had some pain. That move of the week last week, I did something to my back, and
oh geez,
the night. That was a tough one. Again, don't do them fast, says Melissa.
Right. Right. You really want to be
one last week.
I try to challenge myself. Like if I start with 10 moves in a minute, then I try to push it to 12 the next day. But you really want to be more about form than anything, especially in those moves of the week, because they're super challenging. And so, and who's going to know if you did 5 of them or 25 of them, right?
Right, absolutely.
It's a challenge against yourself. And so, yeah, I'm sorry you hurt your back. Anion emitter pen and the Nutra 8G. Did you hear Diana Monfort talk about how she came south and brought the Nutra 8G back home?
Yes. She lives in a different province than I do, though. Different border patrol people.
It doesn't matter. I really think you could Snoop Doggy Dog it in.
Yeah.
Get yourself a metal tin. That's what I would do.
I won't be flying back with it because they scan.
Well, no, not flying back with it, but
especially
also Galaxy is an incredible product for inflammation and pain.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though it has quite a few carbs in it, I wouldn't be concerned about it as much as how it really helps with the inflammation. Whenever I have a lot of inflammation, I'll do a double dose of that. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Lisa, any
What's in it, do you know?
challenges? Any challenges besides the speaker?
Can you hear me?
I can, yay!
Well,
For lamb's sakes alive. We have connected.
I love it.
Um, I'm not losing as fast as I'd like to, but I'm sticking to it. And
So how are you doing on tracking?
well, I'm tracking on the Weight Watchers app because I can't do the other because of my heart. And it makes things hurt and not feel good.
Okay.
The keto diet.
So what my recommendation would be, Lisa, is just to keep watching your carbohydrate intake and try to make it less and less as you move forward. It's really hard to get into ketosis, but you also want to make sure you don't eat too much protein. So on the keto diet, the fat is everything. That would be avocados, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, butter, that sort of thing, which is really nice fat, like grass-fed butter, not margarine. And then also laying off processed foods will help. Some people find that reducing their dairy intake helps them to kind of jumpstart things. You're muted. Lisa, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself? Are you there?
Yeah, hold on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I don't eat a lot of dairy. Like today I had tuna and on 2 pieces of bread with celery and green onion and a little bit of relish. And then
What type
tonight
of
I
bread?
had fish.
What type of bread do you
Well,
eat?
I need to get a different bread. I just have some white bread right now.
So there is a bread that I buy at my grocery store here called Lewis Keto Bread, Lewis.
Lewis?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And
Is it good?
is, yes, yes. And then you can eat a sandwich, and instead of taking 50 carbs in a day, you're taking 4. Big difference.
Oh.
because
That would
what
be great.
happens, yeah, what happens with bread is it gets stored as a carbohydrate and sugar in your body. And then it takes your body longer to burn through that. So, and if you can't
Oh.
find it, then what I would do is make a bigger sandwich on one piece of bread instead of two. Or try to
Oh,
eat
okay.
3/4 of a sandwich and then move to half of a sandwich.
Or just eat the tuna.
I know, well, that's how I started. And the other thing is you can get, Bill and I started out this way. We got romaine lettuce leaf, like the whole leaves. And
Oh, yeah, that's a good way.
we made sandwiches that way. So it was like a lettuce wrap. Like if we went to Jimmy John's, we would have them wrap it in lettuce. Or if we went to get a hamburger, we would have them wrap it in lettuce. It's very filling, is much better for you. But regular white bread has a lot of processed flour in it. And the processed
Okay.
flour is what your body's having a hard time releasing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I make an Asian, like what's it called? An Asian chicken dish, and you wrap it in lettuce.
Yes, yes.
And that's really good too.
Any way you could cut back on your bread intake would be to your benefit.
Okay.
And then drink
Yeah.
lots of water. So when I'm hungry, I go and I drink more water because I'm finding that a lot of times I'm just dehydrated, especially living in the South. It's easier to get dehydrated than it is like in the North where Michelle's at.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. Well, yesterday I didn't. I was in for that stupid test. It was 2 hours for my
Oh,
gallbladder.
right.
But everything turned out okay, by the way.
Oh,
Um,
good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
My
So things are
my
going
challenge.
okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm feeling more mentally more confident. I know it's way into the challenge, but I'm working on it.
I don't know. Looking at your face, it looks to me like you've lost weight. And so are you doing the waist measurement as well?
It didn't seem like I measured. I think I've lost down about an inch. Because
So
I'm down 6 pounds.
that's amazing. So I think what you're going to find, Lisa, is especially when you take the waist measurement, because that's how my sister and I both lose weight. We'll see it in our waist. We won't see it on the scale, Victory. But then all of a sudden it'll be like, bam, you're down several pounds. So keep at
Oh,
it.
okay.
But the
Good.
waist is a good indicator of you losing weight. And a lot of what you might be losing right now is just inflammation and not necessarily weight, but it will eventually come off. Trust me.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you look thinner in your face to me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
truly
that
you
makes me feel
do.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep at it because I've got to get this weight off for my knee and my hip.
Right.
My knee is just the pain shooting down my leg, and that is just overwhelming.
Right. So if you're going to eat bread, try to reduce your bread intake. And maybe even get like a keto bread where it only has 6 net carbs per slice instead of the white bread that you're eating probably has 25 to 30 carbs per slice. And that's a lot of carbs to be
now
taking
the
in.
Lewis bread here says it's got 0 carbs, 0
That's
grams of
right.
net carbs.
That's right. That's why I eat
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, because it's made with almond
Wow.
flour and it has a lot of fiber in it. So,
Oh, okay. I bought almond flour a while ago. I know it was for a recipe, but I can't find the recipe.
oh,
Um,
I'll send you some nice recipes that you can make.
Oh,
Reach
good,
out,
okay,
reach out to me anytime you have a question like that. And then the other thing
Okay.
is try not to eat potatoes. If you're going to eat any type of a potato, eat a sweet potato. It has a lower insulin resistance, which means that it goes
Okay.
through your body more slowly and it doesn't store it as a big fat carb and fat. I wouldn't eat a lot of it right now. I wouldn't eat rice. I would just kind of back off all that. You can do cauliflower rice in place of rice. There's all sorts of ways, but we can talk later on this week and I can give you some more suggestions and I'll send you some good bread recipes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll check and see if I can buy that Lewis bread somewhere.
Bill and I liked it enough where we were actually buying it online. It was expensive, but I can also send you the link. But a lot of the grocery stores have it now.
Does Publix have it, or do you even have Publix up there?
No, we have Publix. Publix doesn't, but I'm finding it at my IGA. And
We
Kroger
don't
had
have
it.
IGA.
And Kroger. Yep.
Oh, Kroger delivers here, but they don't have a store.
Well,
So
I'll
I'll check
send you
that
the
out.
I'll send you the information on it.
Okay, all right, great.
For me, my challenge this week was I bashed the heck out of my knee, just swiveling my chair and my knee hit the side of my desk leg. And because I have such
Ow.
severe osteoarthritis, I don't have tendons or anything that really supports that knee. It's been injured multiple times in the last 36 years. And so I wound up in the emergency room where they wheelchaired me in. I literally could barely stand on it. They thought maybe I had broken it. I was pretty sure I hadn't, but so I alternated Motrin and Tylenol or Tylenol and ibuprofen and iced it a lot. Rested on Saturday, forced myself to the point where my back was actually hurting because I don't sit down that much. I'm always on the move and up and down and all around.
Mm.
And then Sunday, I was actually able to kind of walk around the house and do a few things. I didn't push it a lot on Sunday, but I got 15 minutes or more of movement in. And then yesterday, I walked 15 solid minutes around the block, came home and iced. And then today I walked 22 minutes and I haven't even iced it today and it's pretty good. So I'm
Oh,
frustrated
good,
because
thank God.
yeah, I was frustrated because I was walking 40 to 45 minutes every single day and it kind of set me back. But, you know, life happens as we all can attest to. We've all had our aches and pains and injuries. And so you just have to kind of show yourself some grace and just keep moving. But I wasn't going to not move. Even if I injured my knee, I was going to lay on my back and do a workout or do some stretching exercises. There's good stretching exercise workout on the JuvaFit challenge page, some sort of movement, because movement is everything.
Mhm.
The days
Right.
that I was not moving as much, I consciously reduced my food intake. So, so far this challenge, I have lost 9.5 pounds and I've lost an inch in my
Wow.
waist in spite of the setback.
That's
So that was
awesome.
really very different than in the past. So
Right.
I'm excited about that because, you know, if you're not moving as much because you feel like caca, then you don't want to keep eating yourself into oblivion, which is what I do. I'm a stress eater. So, you know, got a problem?
Wow.
Let me go to the refrigerator and solve it with you while I stuff food in my face. And so it's not a very good behavior. And so, you know, I several times in the last few days, I've walked to the refrigerator and I'm like, are you really hungry? And so my joke and past challenges has been, if you're hungry, drink water. If you're still hungry, drink more water. If you're still hungry, go ahead and eat. And so that's a rule of thumb I've been following. I've been carrying my water around all the time. So it's like, oh, I think I'm hungry. Oh, maybe I'll take a sip of water because water does fill you up. So, anyway,
Well, there's always celery and carrots.
I hate both of those things. My sister can tell you, she's like,
Well,
how about an avocado for breakfast? I'm like, oh. She's like, how about
I made
cucumbers? I'm like,
avocado
oh.
toast the other day.
So, yeah,
That's funny.
celery with peanut butter would be okay, but I'm just not a big celery person. And it's really hard for me to get decent produce here. All the stores have horrible produce. So,
Did it
all right.
really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Any other questions or comments from anybody?
I'd just say get some avocado oil and take a shot of that.
Yes.
Instead of eating avocado, get some oil and just drink it.
You know what, Lisa, when I first started doing the keto in my coffee in the morning, it sounds disgusting, but I poured a cap full of avocado oil in my coffee with my little protein drink that I drink called Refuel. And I'll tell you what, it filled me up. And the fat is what causes your body to burn fat. You cannot burn fat if you're not intaking fat.
I'll try it, but I'm not going to like it. I know I won't.
Well, maybe some extra virgin olive oil or maybe some grapeseed oil or
I put MCT
Well, either way,
oil
any
in my
of the oils,
coffee.
I
It's
can't
so
imagine
good.
putting in my coffee.
you can also put melted butter in your coffee.
Yep. I have the bulletproof
awesome.
MCT oil and it's great. I put it in my coffee and kind of helps me to prolong my fast a little bit longer without spiking my blood sugar. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Lots of good
Well, I'll
ideas.
see. Boy, this shrimp dish looks good. What is that?
What is what?
Who did you make this shrimp dish?
Oh yeah,
It's on. That looks good.
out of my head. And you know, it's full of fat. So I just took 4 tablespoons of butter. I sauteed 3 slices of bacon, a pound of shrimp. I did it all together in one big saucepan. And then I had some zoodles. My sister knows I had 30 pounds of leftover zucchini noodles from this summer. And so I'm trying to look for creative ways to shove zucchini down our throats because we got zucchinied out in the summer. And so I had about 3 and a
What
half.
do you freeze it?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's all in the freezer. So I had about 3 and a half, 4 cups of zucchini noodles and kept it in a strainer all day so that the water was just kind of oozing out of it. Patted it with paper towels, threw that in the pan, and then I had some salt, some pepper, and I buy an Adams spice online called white wine garlic butter sauce, and it's a seasoning. And I sprinkled some of that
white
on.
wine butter garlic sauce. Wow.
White wine, I'll send you the link to it. And then I added some heavy whipping cream, not half and half, heavy. I wanted the fat. Heavy whipping cream, some Parmesan cheese, and just let it heat through. I had to make Bill stop because I wanted some leftovers for tomorrow. So I'm like,
Oh my God. That's funny.
No more, buddy.
He loved it. It was really, really good. So, yeah, it was. And so, you know, the thing was, is I probably was a little bit heavier on the protein. If you wanted to go lighter on the protein, you could use less shrimp or not use the bacon but I was really hungry because I only had one meal today. And so I just wanted the protein. I wanted the fat. The Carb Manager app helped me track it. And I actually, Michelle, I did input it into the Carb Manager app. So I called it shrimp carbonara scampi because it was kind of like, you know, a mix of just things that were in my head, but that was what I concocted. And it's about 6.5 to 6.8 net carb per serving, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, for
So,
a pasta dish, that's amazing.
and I had one serving, so, I calculated to have 4 servings to this big saucepan full of stuff. So it was really, really good. Very filling, very
Yum.
satisfying. Yep. So, yeah, that was good. It was yummy.
Some of us need specifics, like how much whipping cream, how much?
I put it on my Facebook post.
Okay, great. So,
It's
Um,
approximate.
yeah,
Michelle knows me. It's not an exact science. I'm like, yeah, a little bit of whipping cream. That looks about like 3/4 of a cup.
we're just coming over for dinner because you eat at Melissa's, you don't want to eat out anymore because it's such good quality everything that you're like, well, this restaurant's quite disappointing because Melissa is cooking.
Yeah, Bill and
The
I
restaurants here is
Bill and I
horrible.
are both great
Yes.
cooks, and we do
Yeah,
have a
really.
hard time going out. The thing that I made last night was Costco has lamb chops. Here they had 10 lamb chops for $18. So we bought a package of lamb chops and then we pre-package them into the freezer because we don't eat 10 lamb chops at a time. And this recipe is so easy. So the wet ingredient is brown mustard. The dry ingredient is crushed pork rinds, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and thyme. And I have fresh thyme growing in my garden. So I take the pork rinds and put it in a Ziploc bag. I take a ladle and beat the buckets out of it so that it crumbles because I'm too lazy to clean the food processor. And then I probably take about 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese that I also buy from Costco. Dump that in, salt, pepper, thyme. It's basically to taste and kind of stir it all around. And then I take brown mustard and I spread it on the chop. I put it into the dry ingredient. I spread brown mustard on the top that's facing me, flip it over, put it down, put it on a baking sheet, and I had fresh Brussels sprouts, olive oil, salt, pepper, and like a couple of bacon strips that I chopped up. I shoved it all on a sheet pan and shoved it in the oven 350 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. It was fantastic. We have leftovers of
Wow.
that. We're gonna have
Sounds good.
muscos tomorrow
Well,
night.
I'll be right over.
It was wonderful. And
Yeah, really.
those sorts of recipes are what I call throw and go because it's one
Right.
pan that I'm cleaning up. I'm not cleaning up a lot of stuff. So I've got a couple of different jobs that I've been working now. And so I don't have as much time as I used to kind of prep food. So that's what I call a throw and go. And I like to make an excess of it because then Wednesday or Thursday night, we have what I call must goes, which is everything in the refrigerator must go. We either have to eat it, freeze it, or toss it.
That's
So
funny.
that's what our mother used to call leftovers. We'd be like,
Muscos.
what's for dinner? And she's like, muscos. Another thing that Bill prepared on Saturday night was he took a pound of ground beef, a pound of Italian sausage, a can of diced tomatoes, and Rao's, RAO apostrophe S, pasta sauce has the lowest sugar and the lowest carbohydrates of it. Put a jar of that in and stirred that up. And then we served it over palmini noodles, which I like better than the miracle noodles. And amazing, because now you've got your
Wow.
vegetable and everything is all in the palmini noodles. What I like about them is you drain them, you run water over them, and they're ready. You don't have to boil them, you don't have to heat them. You can if you want, but we just let the palmini noodles drain in the sink. We rinse it while we make the pasta sauce, and then we dump the pasta sauce over, put a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese over it. And if you want more fat, take the olive oil and be generous with it while you're eating it. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Fast.
I like
Fast,
konjac
fast.
noodles too. Have you ever had konjac? Oh, is that mushroom? Konjac root might not be good for you, Melissa, but I like the konjac noodles.
Oh yeah, those are supposed to be good. Mushrooms are very good for you. I just can't eat them. I'll
I
stop
love
breathing.
mushrooms.
I do too.
Mushrooms are very good for you.
Konjac?
K,
Is it
yes,
Konjac?
yeah, they're really good, and you just have to rinse them well. But I use them even to make meal prep noodle bowls for lunches. Like you and I, Lisa, we love avocado. So I do avocado, radishes, cucumbers, some soy sauce, some sesame seeds and sesame oil, just a little dab of sesame oil, and make it seem a little Asian. Put some shrimp
Wow,
or
that sounds great.
turkey. It's so easy. Any leftover meat I have. And then I have a nice filling, pretty low calorie, low carb, other than the vegetables, but whatever veggies I have around. So if I have to meal prep for the week, I either do that or I do some fried cauliflower rice with some veggies and whatever protein I have left over. Works
In
well.
the air fryer?
I don't have an air fryer. Melissa does. She uses it quite
All
often.
the time.
Walter, do you have an air fryer?
No,
I don't have one either. I'm thinking maybe this Christmas I might have to.
So
Yeah,
Amazon has an air fryer called Cosori, Cosori. Honestly, they should pay me commission because I've sold 1 million of these for them. The reason I bought the Cosori is it's a toaster oven. It will hold an entire pizza, although I don't eat pizza anymore. It will hold a saucepan, like if you do a saucepan pizza and make your
Yeah.
sausage like the crust. But it also has a rotisserie feature on it. I don't know if Michelle remembers this when we were growing up, but my mother used to rotisserize chicken and meats on the rotisserie. And I have some unbelievable memories of that. And I wanted a rotisserie feature as well. And it has the air fryer feature. So it's about $100. It's not that much. But it's Cosori, and it's got a bajillion features. You can also dehydrate herbs. You can dehydrate zucchini. I made zucchini chips this summer. It's potato chips in my little toaster oven / air fryer. So, and it doesn't take up that much space. It's a little bit, it's bigger than a toaster oven, but it's not massive. Okay, so there's a woman on the internet. Her name is Kendra D. Holly, and she has cookbooks out. This is one of my favorites, the Craveable Keto Cookbook. And what I like about it is it's short and sweet. It's like 10 ingredients max. And I call fast recipes, throw and goes. One of our favorite is pork egg roll in a bowl, where you take sesame seed, onion, green onion, coleslaw mix, and sausage, and throw it all in a frying pan and put soy sauce on it, and voila, you have a miracle. Just a lot of great recipes. So if you guys, I will try to start posting some more recipes. Just a lot of good things. Like here's a buffalo chicken flatbread, and you make the crust, and then you do buffalo wing sauce and a boneless chicken breast, or you could even go and buy like a Costco chicken and pull it all apart and make the buffalo chicken flatbread. So there's some wonderful things, and I'm going to be getting this out because I'm bored with the same old keto stuff that I make, and I want to make some fun stuff. But just about anything that you love to eat, you can make keto. So
Cool. How
All
about
right.
manicotti?
Say that again.
Manicotti?
Oh yeah. Well, so the Palmini has lasagna noodles that they make, and it's heart
Oh,
of
so I could
palm.
roll that up.
It's heart of palm. And it sounds disgusting. When I told Bill that it was heart of palm, he was like, oh, and I said, just try it. And if you don't like it, then I won't do it again. He loves the Palmini noodles. So they make fettuccine, they make angel hair, and they make lasagna. I don't think they make like manicotti, but presumably you could make the lasagna noodles
Yeah,
roll like a manicotti.
right. And I've tried the angel hair and linguine.
The only
Those were
thing
good.
when you're doing pasta, just make sure you read the labels on the tomato sauce that you're not getting stuff that's really high in sugar and high in carbs, because that's a double whammy.
Yeah, well, I usually make my own,
There you go.
being Italian and all.
Surely not. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang up because Zoom is gonna knock us off the recording here soon. Thank you for hanging on. You guys, great call, and if you have any questions on anything at all, just let me know. Have a great week and get yourselves checked in, please, please, please.
All right, talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.